A very lovely afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us on Nationwide Compliments of the Season. I'm Ogochkuka Ona. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians that his administration is committed to rebuilding the nation to greater heights. In a media chat in Lagos, President Tinubu says the 2025 budget of restoration, securing peace and rebuilding prosperity will bring about the desired national development. The president says the fuel subsidy removal was needful for Nigeria's economic reforms, explaining that Nigeria has to manage its resources within the needs of the people and pledged for incentives that will drive in more direct investments. He also explains that tax reform in Nigeria has come to stay and urges citizens to support the initiative.
Scripture is to eliminate colonial based assumptions. How long I delayed? The hallmark of a good leader is the ability to do what you have to do at the time it has to be done.
President Tinubu extends his heartfelt greetings to Christians across Nigeria and worldwide as they celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. In his message, the president says Christmas embodies the fulfillment of divine prophecy and symbolizes the triumph of love, peace, and unity, and a reminder that light can emerge even in the darkest times, bringing solace and hope. A belief that resonates with people of all faiths. He cites recent tragic events in Ibadan, Okija, and Abuja as deeply saddening, offering condolences and praying for those suffering from the heartbreaking incidents, as he also offers sympathies to the families enduring pain and loss this year from floods, fires, or accidents. President Tinubu enjoins all to be mindful of those facing difficulties, offering them and support, adding that prayers and support be given to leaders and the brave troops who risk their lives to safeguard the nation. He says Nigeria is on a promising path of restoration and progress, with every indication pointing towards a bright future, urging all to renew hope and belief in a prosperous Nigeria. He prays for those traveling during this festive period, assuring that the government is taking all necessary steps to ensure transportation routes are secure and convenient, as the government also provided free train services and subsidized road transport costs on 144 routes nationwide to ease travels. President Tinubu wishes all a Merry Christmas and a joyous and prosperous New Year. And similarly, the primates of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndukuba, has commended the federal government for its initiatives aimed at improving the lives of Nigerians. Delivering his Christmas message, Ndukuba acknowledged that many of the government's programs require patience and time to yield results. However, he highlighted urgent issues that demand immediate action, with food security topping the list.
We thank God for the programs being put in place by the present administration. But there are things that must be done immediately. The issue of food security must be taken seriously. Tackling the problem of insecurity is an urgent matter.
Turning to the spirit of the season, the Anglican primate urged Christians to embrace compassion by reaching out to the less privileged. He also advised moderation in the festivities to reflect the essence of the Yuletide.
Christmas should teach us to learn to give, to learn to support, to learn to share whatever the Lord has given us. And in such a situation, we will be able to bear one another's burden. But whatever we do, whether we eat or we drink, must be done in moderation.
Addressing the unfortunate stampede that occurred in some parts of the country, Ndukuba called for patience and orderliness among Nigerians. He extends his condolences to the bereaved families, emphasizing the need for calm during such trying times. In a bid to cushion economic challenges in the country, the government has launched a 50% discounted road transportation initiative. Transport correspondent Ladi Bala reports from Eagle Square, the designated park for this initiative.
In the spirit of Yuletide, Nigerians planning to travel by road can now take advantage of a 50% discount on bus fares, courtesy of federal government.
We are happy because we didn't expect to travel. So with the help of the president, we are grateful. So we are paying 12,500 against 25,000.
Paying about less than 20,000 naira to Akwa. The real price is over 50,000 naira. So my friends that traveled 2 days ago. We'll have to thank the president now, and we expect more from Mr. President.
The initiative, the second under the current administration, under the Ministry of Transportation, is in partnership with other stakeholders in the transportation sector, in line with President Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
As we speak, there are people in Lagos moving to all the parts of the country, as we are also having Abuja moving from Abuja to all the states capitals in the country. So we expect Nigerians to make use of this opportunity.
Given our service to see that we achieve this motive of the Mr. President, it also helps.
We are ready to provide this bus available at any time, designated motor park nationwide.
About 288,644 passengers are expected to be transported at the end of the scheme, with 17,588 on a daily basis across Nigeria from 24th of December 2024 to January 5th, 2025. Some of these buses are powered by compressed natural gas (CNG), promoting the use of alternative energy. Designated parks in the 36 state capitals will serve as hubs for the scheme, ensuring convenient and seamless travel experience for all. In Abuja, Ladi Bala, NTA News.
And ahead of the Yuletide, Nigerians have been encouraged to develop safety consciousness while on transit to reduce road traffic crashes across the country. This is the result that critical stakeholders on road traffic management in Lokoja.
The end-of-year festivities are often characterized by increased travels across the country. This has significantly heightened road traffic crashes, leading to the destruction of properties and unnecessary deaths on the highways, prompting road safety concerns ahead of the festivities. The centrality of Kogi as a transit state and the overbearing experiences of road traffic challenges during the Yuletide has been a source of worry for many.
This place is the meeting point of the traffic. That is why the traffic of this place is always built up. And we concentrate our effort here.
In response to these anomalies that the Federal Road Safety Corps and other traffic management agencies in Kogi State are intensifying campaigns focusing on safe motoring to achieve zero crash before, during and after the festivity.
We have a lot of traffic, but that notwithstanding, we are up to the task. We have enough men that can cope with the situation.
This period is full of road congestion. That's why I move my men to the roadside so that they can control the traffic.
Once you approach Kogi State, limit your speed and slow down, because government is very, very proactive in these areas, and it has warned and it has directed all the security agencies to be at alert.
As the Yuletide beckons, all hands must be on deck to guarantee free flow of traffic and safer motoring for all travelers, knowing that it is only the living that celebrate. In Abuja, Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
Yes, indeed, all hands must be on deck, and for that we are now being joined live by Solomon Ayedehi again to bring us an update on this. Now, Solomon, the Abuja-Lokoja-Okene Highway usually faces heavy traffic by this time of the year. So how prepared is the Federal Road Safety Corps for this challenge?
You are welcome to Lokoja, the Kogi State capital.
Statistics released by the Federal Road Safety Corps in Kogi State indicates that 2,219 people were involved in road crashes between January and October 2024. Of this number, 757 were injured, while a total of 130 were killed. So as far as road safety is concerned, it's a call for action, and they are worried about the situation of things. Now that we are in the Yuletide, there's every tendency that the statistics may increase, and that is why the road safety Kogi State have taken up upon themselves to ensure that zero crash on the roads are attained. In that wise, a total of 520 personnel have been deployed, while 1 towing vehicle, 4 ambulances, and 19 patrol vehicles are going to be used throughout the Yuletide period. In addition to that, 4 additional camps has also been erected, 1 in Kotokarfe, 1 here in Lokoja, another one at Obajana Junction, as well as Osara in Kogi Central. All is geared towards ensuring that accidents is reduced on the roads, particularly now during the Yuletide period. And all security agents in Kogi State are working in collaboration with the road safety, in addition to road management agencies established by the state government, including the VIO, to achieve the zero crash on Kogi routes in this Yuletide period.
Okay, there are over 2,000 road crashes recorded, and you've been speaking with road safety officials. So what are some of the things they are suggesting to ensure that the people experience less road crashes this period?
Yes, road safety officials cannot be everywhere on the road. Everybody will attest to that. But they are looking for a situation where every Nigerian using roads will be conscious of safety on the roads. As such, what they are saying is that whether the road safety officials are around or they are not, drivers must be ready to drive reasonably on the road. They need not to be told to use their seatbelts before they use it. They need not to be told that they don't need to overspeed or overload or drive dangerously while on the road. And those are the things they are telling me, that they believe that one day, or in a no distant time, that Nigerians and road users in particular will be conscious of what they do while behind the wheels, particularly during festive period where everybody is anxious and eager to get to their destinations. And who knows, over time, reckless driving will be out of it, and Nigeria can boast of a low on roads.
Thank you very much, Solomon. And of course, if I may add, overloading too is also the watchword. Thank you very much for your contribution. And still on road safety matters, Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps Shehu Mohammed has solicited the support of the Ondo State government in reducing road crashes in the state. He said this when he paid a courtesy visit to the state government house in Akure, Ondo State capital. Oyeyemi Ajayi has the details.
It's the second day of the FRSC Corps Marshal tour across the country, but still in Ondo State, and this time around Akure, the state capital, is the point of call. A visit to the State Sector Command provides the Corps Marshal and his team to have a first-hand information of the mode of operation, aside the fact that he was able to intimate with officers and encourage them.
We are no longer the FRC of yesteryears. Let's start to bring a new dawn, a new FRC that the general public and motoring public will be proud of.
The team's visit to the state governor was to solicit support on best ways to tackle road crashes in the states.
Felt that the need to increase our visibility to be able to reduce crashes and make safe and secure environment for the understate people of the understate to be able to navigate and carry out their lawful assignment and duties wherever they are.
The primary objective is security of lives through the reduction in accidents.
The state governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, who was represented by his deputy, however, charged the call to intensify in campaigns and enforcement to intimate drivers on dangers of overspeeding. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
And it is Christmas season, and I'm sure Lagosians are engaging in last-minute preparation. We now join Adeola, who is there to give us more details on this and another report. Hello, Adeola.
Agachikuka Lagosians are very busy, last-minute shopping and all of that for Christmas. Welcome to Lagos. Christmas Day is almost here, and Nigerians are in high spirit, making the necessary preparations to have a very merry celebration. Diana Ajale, who went to town to monitor the situation of things, will tell us her findings.
It is the peak period for everything. It may count down to the end of the year. Activities are usually at a beehive. It's less than 24 hours to Christmas, and our visit to the Godo food market in Ikeja revealed low patronage as traders and buyers decry the economic situation and its effects on prices of goods and services. A 50 kg bag of rice, for instance, is selling at 80,000 naira and above, depending on the brand. White beans goes for between 90,000 naira and 110,000 naira, as against 50,000 naira. Cassava flour currently sells at 40,000 naira per bag. The price of cooking oil have also increased.
A drum of vegetable oil now is 750,000. Red oil we are buying 50,000.
The story is not different for those at the meat session.
The layers, the brown one now is 9,000. The is 110. As the price are, now so then they wrong.
Where they are selling 350, 500 before. One cow now is 1.5 million, 1.7 million. Now you really say one cow. Even though the one of 2 million a day.
I just bought goat meat now, and I think it was 5,000 naira. They gave me up to 6 pieces.
Meanwhile, travelers at Bega Motor Park also lament on the high cost in transportation fares.
Used to take Abeokuta from here to at the rate of 3,000, but now I was told it's 4,500.
Although many are cutting their coats according to their clothes, this trend of spike in the prices of goods and services during festive season will become a thing of the past. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
And now to other reports. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo SAN, has commended the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, over the refurbished E-Wing departure terminal at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, and the introduction of 4 CNG-powered air-conditioned buses.
The E-Wing departure terminal at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport now wears a new look. This will no doubt improve passengers' comfort. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development says the move is in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. And on the introduction of CNG buses by FAN, the minister says it will help reduce reliance on traditional fossil fuels and promote eco-friendly practices.
This is part of the general plan of FAN endorsed by the ministry to continue to remodel our airports in partnership with private entities.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of FAN says the authority is expanding its facilities to meet future demands.
We have done a forecast of our passenger traffic over the next 15 to 20 years, hence the reason for the terminal. That new terminal was not built in isolation. It is built to complement the existing terminal.
The refurbishment of the E-Wing departure terminal and introduction of CNG buses are expected to decongest the airport and optimize capacity. In Lagos, Hingino, John Adams, NTA News.
And those other stories from Lagos for now, Nationwide will return with Ogachuka in Abuja when we return from this break.
Hello and welcome to Benin. Governor of State Senator Monday Okpebholo has signed the Edo State 2025 Appropriation Bill of 675 billion naira into law, with an assurance that it will be implemented meaningfully. Government House correspondent Goodluck Inaine reports.
Speaker of the Assembly, Blessing Agbebakun, led the members of the State Assembly for the signing of the budget. He said the House worked tirelessly to ensure there is a workable budget that will enable the state government accommodate its 5-point agenda, hence the increase from the initial 605 billion naira to 675 billion naira.
Decided to say, let us also fund the agri sector to create food sufficiency for our people in those states. So in that regard, the House agreed that the agri sector, the fund going to that head was increased very well. We are here to present to you the budget that will see Edo people through, the budget that will make Edo people happy.
Governor Okpebholo, while signing the budget, commended the lawmakers for speedy passage, describing it as an omen of success.
I have just signed into law a budget of the sum of 675 billion, 220 million, 58,858 naira 52 kobo. It is hoped that the 2025 approved budget will revive the economy of Edo State and deliver the dividend of democracy to the good people of the state.
The budget, christened Budget of Renewed Hope for a Rising Edo, was presented to the State Assembly on the 10th of this month. In Benin, Goodluck Inaine, News.
Meanwhile, the governor led members of his cabinet to participate in this year's Carols of 9 Lessons held at the lawn tennis court at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City. Again, Goodluck Inaine reports that the governor wants Nigerians to unite regardless of tribe, religion, and political affiliation.
That was the ambience at this year's Carol of 9 Lessons organized by the state government through the office of the Administrator, Office of the First Lady of Edo State. The event attracted dignitaries from all walks of life, with different choristers and live bands doing what they know how to do best to keep guests entertained, in tune with the Yuletide.
Because they don't born one pikin for us, God don't give us boy pikin. He go be and they go call him Wonderful Advisor.
But the angel said to them, do not be afraid. I bring you good news.
The main purpose is to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, which is the reason for the season. Governor Monday Okpebholo, who is celebrating Christmas for the first time as governor of the state, urged Nigerians to live harmoniously with one another, irrespective of political party and religious divides.
Christmas is a season of love, hope, and unity. It reminds me of the importance of compassion, generosity, and peace.
In order to make the celebration unique, the governor instituted a raffle draw for winners to go home with a minibus, tricycle, generating sets, sewing and grinding machines. In Benin, Goodluck Inaine, NTA News.
And that's it from Benin. Yes, wishing you a lovely Christmas ahead. Nationwide continues in a moment. Thank you, Bayi, and compliments of the season. Now, ahead of Christmas celebration, many buyers have continued to troop to the various markets to make last-minute purchases for the festivity. Ramatu Abdullahi, who visited Gariki Market in Abuja, reports that buyers are worried over a hike in prices of livestock and other commodities.
The Gariki Market is agog with people, a peculiar characteristic of markets during festivities. But what is missing this season is the warmth and joy that come with shopping for Christmas. This apparently has been ripped off the buyers' faces as a result of hike in prices of commodities, which is making many people limit their purchases to just basic foodstuffs. A survey of the prices of chicken, one of the most sought-after livestock this festive season, reveals an increase. It now goes for 20 to 25,000 naira and above, depending on the sizes, while turkey is sold for between 40 and 50,000 naira.
30,000.
Because of the feeding, that is why we decide to sell some 10,000. The feeding is 26,500 per bag.
Meat sellers are also lamenting low patronage, even as it is expected that many who cannot afford chicken will have opted for meat.
You know, being a caterer, being a business person, and what I actually came to buy today is what my customers pre-ordered. And there's no way I can even go back to them and tell them that things are more expensive than paid for.
Grains such as rice, beans, and others have relatively maintained their prices. A mudu of rice goes for between 3,000 and 3,500 naira, depending on the quality. However, unlike other items in the market, prices of tomatoes and pepper have crashed. A basket of tomatoes that was sold for 7,000 naira before now goes for 4,000 naira.
So because this one Hamatan season, because you know Naim be cheap way.
Yeah, onions, a basket is 11,000 naira.
People are hopeful for government intervention for prices to come down. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Zone 16 Command of the Nigeria Police, Yenagoa, has assured people within Rivers and Bayelsa states of adequate security measures throughout the festive season. The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of the zone, AIG Adebola Hamzat, gave the assurance while speaking to NTA News crew on security preparations for the two states during this festive season. Aya Prezi reports.
The festive season of Christmas and New Year is associated with frenzy of activities as people bustle and hustle to meet the needs of the season. It is also the time of criminally minded members of the public to perfect their act of unleashing terror on easy targets. To forestall this, the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 16 Yenagoa, AIG Adebola Hamzat, has put officers and men of the command on red alert to ensure protection of lives and properties during the Yuletide and beyond in the zone.
We have an operation order for the season to police the two states within the zone before, during, and after the Yuletide. We are already on it. God is assisting us.
The AIG urged members of the public to go about their business while wishing them a blissful Yuletide.
We are telling the people here that they should feel secured. Let them come out and celebrate in good health, in peace, that security is assured. With their collaboration, with their integration with us, we shall always nip any bad thing in the bud.
The Zone 16 Command of the Nigeria Police, Yenagoa, is comprised of Rivers and Bayelsa states. In Yenagoa, Aya Prezi, NTA News.
The National Security Advisor says the federal government has, in the last 12 months, tried 515 suspected terrorists and other criminals. The report.
In the face of Nigeria's
end insurgency lies the need for trials and effective justice delivery against offenders and perpetrators of varying crimes. Records from the Directorate of Public Prosecution shows that in the last 1 year, more than 515 cases were disposed.
In order to ensure transparency,
this press conference provides update on the recent trials of suspected terrorists and other criminals at the Kainji Detention Center.
People associated with terrorism needs to be de-radicalized. That Operation Safe Corridor was set up. So the whole concept is about ensuring that at the end of the day, the person becomes a new person, away from its radical views.
the National Counterterrorism Center has state-of-the-art laboratories. These are facilities that will aid in evidence collection on terrorist cases.
The Office of the National Security Advisor says it considers trials and prosecution of suspects as a vital aspect of non-kinetic approach, as it ensures that every accused has a date in court.
Those who are eligible for de-radicalization are those whom the criminal justice process has not found to have committed any offense. So if there is evidence and you follow through trial and you are convicted, you go and serve your sentences.
Details reveal that between 2017 to date, 742 convictions were secured, 888 suspects discharged and acquitted, while 92 cases were adjourned.
Few hours to the celebration of Christmas, the traffic situation at the bridgehead is not like it used to be, where motorists and passengers sleep on the bridge for days and nights. Ngozi Mokwede, who has been monitoring this traffic situation at the Niger Bridge, brings us an update.
The Christmas celebration usually comes with lots of gridlock at the Niger Bridge. This is due to the fact that most travelers want to get to their destination before nightfall, and secondly, because it was only one bridge leading in and out of the east from the south. The second Niger Bridge had come to the rescue. The Federal Road Safety Corps had earlier embarked on sensitization campaigns.
Motorists and other road users with the cardinal aim of engendering pitch-free movements while ensuring reduction in road traffic.
Other road users commended the federal government for matching their promises with action.
The second Niger Bridge has been able to ease traffic at the head of the Niger Bridge, the first Niger Bridge, because those persons who are going to Owerri now, even some persons who are also heading towards Enugu, find it easier to just tee off from the second Niger Bridge and then get to, which means they don't need to begin to struggle within what's it called, Pie Waker and all that. So it's a good thing, but we hope that the federal government will come back and complete the entire alignment, which tees off from Isela Asaba, so that you don't need to even get to Asaba.
For the purpose of being no traffic today, I'm very happy. At least, as I'm going to my office now, it will be easy for me to get there.
It is believed that the coming year will be better. In Asaba, Ngozi Mokwede, NTA News.
We are now being joined by Ngozi Mokwede in Asaba for more on this. So Ngozi, it's over to you. Give us an update on the traffic situation along the second Niger Bridge.
Good afternoon. It's always a pleasure to see you here. Let me be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas. Situation reports from Asaba. Earlier in the day, we went to the second Niger Bridge to check for ourselves and to see for ourselves if truly that there is traffic, because before now we heard that there are traffic in that particular place. But when we got to the second Niger Bridge, we discovered that there are no traffic. We saw people going in, we saw travelers, they could travel. There was no traffic at all. Before now, 24th of December, every year, at the first Niger Bridge, but with the construction of the second Niger Bridge,
Oh, so sorry, the audio there is not it's not so good. We may return to her when we are able to get clearer signals from there. All right, we'll take a break at this point. The news continues shortly. Thank you for staying tuned. We now go over to our Maiduguri Network Center for more reports, and Abubakar is there. It's over to you.
Compliments of the season to you, Ogochukwuka. Borno State government has restated commitment to sanitize the Hajj operations in the state. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum gave the assurance when he received report of the 2024 Hajj Committee presented by its chairman, Senator Kakashi Olawan, at the Government House, Maiduguri. Mohammed Guni completes the story.
In the build-up to the 2024 Hajj, the Kakashi Olawan Amirul Hajj Committee was set up to ensure a hitch-free Hajj exercise and to attend to the welfare of the pilgrims. Governor Zulum, while receiving the committee's report, appreciated members for the enthusiasm and commitment towards success of the Hajj exercise, describing the 2024 Hajj as the best in recent times.
I want to assure you that within my tenure, I will sanitize the system in Shaba for greater productivity.
Chairman of the committee, Senator Kakashi Olawan, who gave highlights of the committee's work on the Holy Land, also noted Governor Zulum's continued support to the committee from the commencement of the Hajj rites to evacuation of the pilgrims back home.
We have also extended hands of fellowship to the entire 1,815 pilgrims and then the National Hajj Commission by extension.
Meanwhile, Governor Zulum has received instructional materials donated by the Senator representing Borno Central at the National Assembly to schools ravaged by the flood disaster. Items donated by the lawmaker include 100 pieces of white marker board, 20,000 pieces of exercise books, 2,000 mathematical sets, and 100 pieces each of whiteboard marker and cleaners. Kakashi Olawan said the donation was to complement efforts of the state government at providing for the schools ravaged by the flood. Governor Zulum appreciated the lawmaker for the continued support to the people across all sectors, including human capital development, saying if well managed, the gesture will address some of the challenges. In Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni, NTA News.
Away from that now to tell you that adequate security measures have been put in place across Borno State by the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and other security organizations towards ensuring a hitch-free Christmas and New Year celebrations. The report.
This is the mood at the popular Maiduguri Monday Market and other major commercial centers within the state capital ahead of the 2024 Christmas celebration. The festivity is usually characterized by a series of activities like buying and selling, as well as intense vehicular movement. As part of determination to ensure a hitch-free celebration this year and beyond, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Borno State Command, led a combined show of force within strategic locations with a call on residents to augment the prevailing security arrangements by reporting suspicious movement of persons or objects.
We will also make deployment for adequate security coverage in places of worship, recreational centers, marketplaces, and critical national assets and infrastructures of government.
The NSCDC has also deployed personnel to sensitive areas to prevent breakdown of law and order.
We have deployed 1,100 officers and men within the metropolis and indeed the local government. This deployment includes the unarmed uniformed men, the armed men, and the men in plain clothes.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is expecting robust collaboration from the citizenry for a more prosperous Christmas and New Year celebrations.
And from Maiduguri, we shall now return to Ogochukwuka in Abuja. Harris wishing you a prosperous celebrations one more time.
Best wishes to Abubakar. Thank you very much. Now, President Bola Tinubu extends his warm felicitations to Dr. Biodun Shobanjo, a titan of Nigeria's advertising industry, as he celebrates his 80th birthday. A highly esteemed marketing communications expert and multiple award winner, President Tinubu extols his stellar career as a entrepreneur and advertising professional, acknowledging his significant contributions to advancing the marketing communications industry, a sector pivotal to fostering economic growth and social development. Similarly, President Bola Tinubu congratulates James Abiodun Faleke, a representative of Ikeja Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, as he marks his 65th birthday on December 25, 2024. President Tinubu acknowledges Faleke's invaluable contributions and unwavering loyalty over the past 2 decades, emphasizing his steadfast support during his pivotal moments, orchestrating the successful 2022-2023 presidential campaign, which paved the way for the Renewed Hope administration. President Tinubu praises Faleke's instrumental role as the campaign's lead strategist for tirelessly working to ensure his and his party's triumph, wishing him good health and more opportunities to serve the nation diligently. Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has reaffirmed commitment to preserve the country's rich cultural heritage and the boundless imagination that define it as a nation. The minister stated this at the maiden edition of Ogbomosho Cradles Carnival, initiated by the son of Ogbomosho land, Oba Kandi Afolabi Olaoye, under his 25-year development plan for Ogbomosho. Abiodun Babalola reports.
The maiden Ogbomosho Cradles Carnival showcases various local foods in Ogbomosho land, and the guests, while appreciating the initiative, commended Shaun of Ogbomosho land, Oba Gandi Afolabi Olaoye, for preserving Yoruba culture and traditions, as various masquerades came out to keep traditions alive. Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, who was represented, says the performances depicted the steadfastness of Ogbomosho people in nurturing the heritage that defined the Yoruba land.
By investing in events like this, we are not only preserving our cultural heritage, but also opening doors for local and international participation and partnership in the fields of tourism, innovation, and creative economy.
Clad in different traditional attire, the indigenes, both home and diaspora, says the carnival creates an opportunity for unity and celebration of culture and traditions.
Ogbomosho should be the cradle of Yoruba cultural civilization. This one is different from others that have been planning, because this one is attached to an economic value.
Even commercial viability of the town and the prospects were promoted.
Supported by his Olori and daughters, Oba Gandi Afolabi Olaoye, who disclosed that the maiden carnival coincided with his first-year coronation anniversary, lauded his subjects for the success of the carnival. Abiodun Babalola, NTA.
In line with the Renewed Hope agenda to achieve food sufficiency in Nigeria, the federal government has initiated the use of organic biopesticides to reduce post-harvest losses and the danger in the application of chemical pesticides. Our Salisu reports that the innovation was presented to stakeholders in Kano under the auspices of Nigeria Agricultural Quarantine Service.
The present administration is working hard to improve Nigeria's agricultural activities, so do the stakeholders who complement the efforts to address post-harvest losses and the adverse environmental impacts of chemical pesticides. The introduction of organic biopesticides by the federal government is attracting attention and gaining acceptance as safer options for crop protection. The stakeholders' engagement in Kano focuses on exploring the benefits of organic biopesticides as an alternative to achieve bumper harvest.
And other banned products like parakit and others, organochlorides and organophosphates, those ones have been banned in several countries, but they still find their way across our borders to the and want to encourage people not to use them. There are alternatives that we're making available for people who need to use.
What we're doing is to see that there is enough sensitization to our local farmers about the usage of pesticides.
Speakers took time to share insights into the necessity of the introduction of the biopesticides, its effectiveness in controlling pests, and its role in organic farming systems. In Kano, Awwal Salisu, NTA News.
Katsina State Government is advocating inauguration of a committee to implement National Emergency Medical Services and Ambulance System Program at state levels. During a stakeholders meeting held in Katsina, the national coordinator of the program, Dr. Seidu Ahmad, stated that it is the mandate of the Ministry of Health to reduce maternal and infant mortality in the country. Suleiman Godogi reports.
Maternal and infant mortality are some of the health challenges which Nigeria is grappling with in the recent time as part of effort to combat the trend.
This is a program that is kind of free services is given. If a patient calls for an emergency, an ambulance will be dispatched, or tricycle ambulance, or walk in as the case may be, reach an accredited health facility, and that patient will be received, treated for the first 48 hours at no cost to that patient.
Katsina State Commissioner for Health, Musa Adamu Funtua, who lauds the initiative, says that the state is making headway in the health sector and assured that it will key into the initiative. Earlier, the NEMSA's national coordinator disclosed that 3 tertiary health institutions in the state will commence the implementation of the initiative by the first week of January 2025. In Katsina, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
And that's nationwide today. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. And also remember to celebrate responsibly.